Hey, good morning. My name is Paul George, and welcome to my gallery. I'm honored that you would ask me to put some tips on your website. So what I'd like to do is give you some tips on how to make your paintings glow. You know, I get a lot of compliments on my work, and one of the things that people say all the time is how much they enjoy the glow of my paintings and how they jump out at you. So I'll give you a couple of tips on how to do that. Number one, make sure you have an incline on your paper. Always have, if you're using an easel, you could just lift up that easel to get a nice incline, or it could be as simple as what I do very often if I'm working at a table is I just stick a roll of paper towels under my board to get that little incline. And what that does is it makes gravity your partner in painting. And it's really, really important. It's so important because what that does is it gives the paint a life of its own. It's able to mix itself. Your greatest paintings will be the paintings that you touch the least, believe me. Okay, so that's a simple one, just a simple incline on your paper. The next thing, and I'll give you some examples of these, is to allow the paint to mix on the paper. Allow the colors to mix themselves. Don't try to, in other words, don't always mix them on your palette to get one color. You're almost always mixing two colors to get a third color. And most often it's always a cool and a warm, but whatever it is, no matter what it is, if you're doing mixing, you can mix it on the paper. That's why, larger sheets are better because they give you bigger shapes to work in, and it makes it really exciting. And what's really important here is that you understand when I say drop the color on, I don't mean, you need to learn to just put it on very lightly, very light touch with your brush so that you're not mixing the colors. You're dropping the color on top, one on top of the other. The cool color on top of the warm color so they'll mix themselves. You don't want to press too hard because if you press too hard, it's just like mixing on your palette. You don't want to do that. You want to let the paint mix themselves on the paper, okay? All right, so the third one, and really important if you want your colors to glow, is to, as I say, you're almost always mixing a warm and a cool color. So if you put the warm color on first, like if you're mixing a green, for instance, if you put a yellow in your wash and then drop the blue on, you let it mix itself. Let the gravity help you mix it, and that's what make it explode. Really get exciting mixes and colors. So I'm going to give you some examples of that, okay? And thank you again for watching, and I'll try to give you another tip during the month. Thank you so much.